Hey, what's going on out there? Welcome to Klamtucky Bourbon Boys. I'm Mike,
And what's up, everybody? This is Dave.
and today we're doing broke ass bourbons.
Just gonna pull it from the start, huh?
We're right there, man.
All right, I'll say they hit above said price tag.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when I say broke ass, it doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just if you're scratching, the you're down to the leather in your wallet, and there ain't a whole lot of lettuce in there to draw from. This is a couple of bottles that you can get for right at $20. One a little over, one a little under. That we both enjoy, and I would put some of these, or I'd put either one of these up against some $50, $80 bourbons.
Oh, you're really going high as 80? Yeah, I'll safely say I've had worse bourbons at $50.
I paid about 80 for my Calumet Farms, and that is like chewing on pasture grass. It's improved some, but I don't want to have to uncork. I don't want to have to uncork a bottle and let it sit for 6 months, so half the alcohol evaporates out, so some kind of flavor comes through besides, straw.
All right, and I'll give you that one. So my Garrison Brothers, I'm still disappointed at because that was 60-ish. And man, that was a regret. These two, that's why we're doing it, I guess. You can walk in safely with $20 and get either one here in Oregon.
Yeah, the JTS Brown, which is a Heaven Hill product, and Heaven Hill's a great bourbon. And so this apple didn't fall too far from the tree. And it's a sub 20. I think it's around 19 and change. I believe the old tub's, about 21 or so, 22?
Yeah, maybe 2095. Yeah, it's a wash.
Either way, two good bourbons, in our opinion, and your findings may differ. But I enjoy the heck out of both of these. I think they're great. Again, the JTS Brown is a Heaven Hill. I like Heaven Hill bourbon a lot, and it seems to be a fairly popular one out there. I'm trying to remember. I think it was the good guys over at the Whiskey Tribe that first turned me on the JTS Brown. I don't remember. It was either them or Jason C. over at Mash and Drum, one of the two. But and I'm going to try to throw some links. I mention them fairly often. I'll try to throw some links on the video, so you guys can go check them out if you're not familiar with them already. But JTS is just a great spicy, not in a bad way, but just a great spicy, kind of narrow but spicy flavor. I enjoy it.
Well, they're both narrow. I'll give you that one. And level playing field today, just by happenstance. These are both 100 proof bonded, which we kind of concur. The bonded is a way to judge the meat and taters of the distiller, I guess.
Yeah, if you get a bottled in bond, odds are they're going to be halfway decent. It's not a guarantee, don't get me wrong. But odds are you're going to probably get a pretty decent pour and a pretty good medium cut of what the distiller's putting out. So, and especially if you're buying their cheapest stuff, $20 bottle of Heaven Hill, you're really going to get the metal of what they're doing. So I think it's a great pour.
Yeah, they both are. I'll give you that one. So yeah, the old tub is my pick. I was cruising around at the liquor store, and I was in there for a while, and the guy was like, "Well, what are you looking for?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. This is my profile. I like bean products, rare breed, Russells. What you got?" He's all, "Have you tried the old tub?" I said, "No." Looking at the price, I said, "No." For the price, I had to get it, and yeah, for me, it's a winner. Um,
It's got a bubble gum on it on the nose. It's delicious.
and if you know a bean product, you're gonna love it. Sweet, spicy, makes an awesome old fashioned. That's why it's half gone already.
Yeah, I've been a Jim Beam fan for years, and not just Jim Beam itself, but They're Black Label and Knob Creek, and this old tub falls right in. Maybe not quite the what do I want to call it? The wide array of flavors that you're going to pick up off of like a Knob Creek, or the depth of flavor. But again, for a $20 bourbon, and bottled in bond, man, it's good. It's just good. The nose has got bubble gum on it, and
People might, hey, I'll call it the Eagle Rare. These both have the narrow, not boring, but you know what you're going to get out of that bottle. It's not a poppy kind of thing, but if you like the flavor, you're going to like the flavor.
yeah, yep, I'll give you that. It's just a good budget bourbon. So
And the screw top for years looks amazing against all your other stuff. The Taylor, that screw top against the Taylor looks amazing.
which Taylor?
No,
You're talking about the
EH
$9.95 Taylor.
No, I'm saying just the
Old Taylor.
old
You're
Taylor
talking about the
E8
Colonel
your
E8
bottle.
Taylor.
Your bottle. Yes. So yes, we both have diverse collections, whatever you want to call them, but yes, he does have some Taylor, and the screw top at JTS Brown, right? No, you have both Taylors.
I have the
You have the
$9.95 Old Taylor, which it's not the worst than my on my bar.
No, it's not. And that's the weird
It-
thing on budget bottles, I'll call it. You never. It's the profile of the distiller. I still stand by that. Because
Yeah.
you can pick notes from the E.H. Taylor in whatever that crap. It's not my favorite, guys.
The Old Taylor.
The old Taylor bottle. You can, those profiles, just like the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond is an excellent bottle.
So I have E.H. Taylor, the good stuff, the $100+ bottle that's bottled in bond, and it's fantastic. So that being said, we're out on a bourbon hunt one day, and I see Old Taylor, same basic label. I mean, not as fancy, but same distillery for $9.95. I'm like, I gotta try it. It's probably gonna be trash for $10, but I gotta try it. And is it? I'm not gonna pour it down the drain, but it's not one of my go-tos either. To be fair. But anyway, that's kind of an aside. But yeah, I guess it does go to show that a distillery can make a really great product and a really trash product. And I think these two bottles go to show that a distillery can make a really good product and a really not bad budget product. I give credit to both Evan Hill and Beam on these because they're both good drinkers. They're great mixers. If you're wanting to make some old fashions or Kentucky teas or whatever, they're great. Low end mixers that you're not going to feel bad about going through a bottle in a day if you got a little festivity going on, or if you're just an alcoholic. I don't know. I mean, we
don't judge your
well, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, it happens, but no. You throw a bunch of cans into the recycle thing, and it spits out $20 and a receipt. And go get yourself a JTS Brown and enjoy your afternoon.
The bad thing about that JTS, I have nothing bad to say about that JTS. You can't find it in Klamath.
Yeah,
Cannot.
here in Klamath Falls, Oregon, where we live, for whatever reason, it's an Oregon available bourbon, but it's not available where we live. So it's a 2-hour drive to go get a $20 bottle of bourbon, and that's a little bit disheartening. I mean, I've had folks locally offer to get it for me, but I'd have to buy a case, and I don't like it that much. I'm going to keep it real. But
You could throw in the trailer and just, that could be
the
camping bourbon of the year. I mean,
The problem there is I need to go camping to have a camping
I'll give
bourbon.
you that one.
This year's been just, yeah. But going back to the old tub.
I was just gonna, so I can't. Well, you can go ahead and sample that. Yeah, I can't. It's hard to pick a winner today. Really, it really is. I'll give it. So I'll say the JTS, and you guys, we mentioned this on the last one.
It's a
Your
coder.
JTS is a coder. Very very minimal. Mine just the comparison. There is nothing there, and I'm glad we finally got a non-coder. There,
Yeah, there's no residual
there's
running down the
nothing
side or
there.
nothing. It's just, yeah.
And that's just one of the qualities. I will say that the old tub is a little bit could be a little bit more dry than the round.
I think I don't disagree with your conclusion, so to speak. I think there's a little more alcohol or ethanol taste on the JTS than there is on the tub. Just a slight amount.
That's what you get for that dollar more.
But okay, again, these are 100 proof and they are easy sippers. So that speaks a little bit to the whiskey also. If it's 100 proof and you can sip on it and there's no cringe, there's no, just, that hits a little hard. That says something about the quality of the bourbon. So I don't think either one of these is a bad pour. And
The JTS is a little more caramel,
yeah, yours has got bubble gum all over it.
bubblegum, leather. There is it's the sweet spicy on the Beam product, and that just is in their in their profile. I can't call a winner.
No, I can't really either. I like them both. I don't know. It's something in my distorted mind. You said bubblegum and leather, and the next thing that popped in my head was midgets, and I don't know why, but
Wow.
we're just going to go off on a tangent. If you're not entertained, I don't know what else to do for you here.
Oh, okay. So
All the other.
divulging some info here. Have you been into grocery outlet?
I have not.
That is the one by West Side, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You might want to.
I
They have
understand
bubble gum there.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
There's a bubble gum working the counter.
We're not we're not we're not really trying to be the stuffy nose in the air kind of bourbon show. We're just a couple of buddies that like to have bourbon. This might be our second or third take, so take that for what it will. Um, but if you can't have fun, and isn't that what it's all about? If you can't have fun, why bother watching this or why bother drinking that? I mean, the world's a little uptight these days. Let's loosen up and have some fun. And if I want to say I smell leather, bubble gum, and midgets, then damn it, that's what I smell.
I will give you that all
All
day.
right.
I can't really.
It's probably going to get me banned from YouTube.
There, there is difference in these two. They're not the same by no means.
Mm-mm. Very distinct profiles. Very.
If I was gonna go, and I can't even call if I was gonna up the budget a little bit, I would go. I would compare these two to like an Eagle Rare and a Mishkers
Okay.
because they're totally different. I would say both are a little narrow. There's no pop. There's nothing wrong with either one of those two. I have
Right.
both of those on my collection shelf or whatever.
No, I enjoy them both.
It's
They
just-
are distinct.
Right, and these are too. They're just a little bit more budget friendly.
Well, I have Knob Creek on the shelf in my bar, and I've got Heaven Hill on the shelf because I enjoy both of those. And again, distinctly different profiles, just like these lower end products of theirs, but they're both good bourbons. So
They are.
give
And
them a
if you guys,
shot.
yeah, if you guys aren't familiar, go pick one or both of them up. You probably get them both for the bottle you went in there for anyway.
Yeah, I'd love to hear not only if you have or are going to try either of these or both of them. I'd like to hear your impressions if you do try them, or if you've got a budget bourbon that you really like and I'm sorry if you say rich and rare. No, I'm going to delete that. But if you have a budget bourbon that you like, or a budget whiskey, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bourbon, but a good budget whiskey, let us know what you think. We almost threw Old Granddad bottled in bond in here because that's another one. It's what, 25, mid 20s,
Yeah, and okay.
and it's a good pour.
So, continuing on this theme, I will say Old Tub, JTS, the Old Forester,
100 proof.
100 proof, non-bonded, but 100 proof, and yes, the Old Granddad bonded are 4 solid bourbons you can pick up at least in Oregon. 20. I'll put it at $23.
Yeah, sub 30 for sure.
Oh yeah.
So, and probably sub 25, but they're all, I mean,
If you paid 30, you overpaid
yeah.
for any 4 of those.
And I got to just throw one more in there, which is the Wild Turkey 101.
Oh, yeah.
So,
all right. Bonus points for this guy.
and I had a few friends that obviously aren't too heavy into the bourbon world, that when I told them to try Wild Turkey 101, they're like, it's rock gut whiskey. And my response is, you're not in college anymore. You're grown up. Assuming some of them, I'm pretty sure didn't go to college. But anyway, not judging. I didn't either. But anyway.
They may not be grown up either.
Yeah, they're probably not. I ride motorcycles with them, so probably not. But you can get Wild Turkey 101 is not rock gut whiskey. It was probably popular when you were younger and you got drunk on it because it's cheap and it's high proof. But if you go back and revisit that one, that is a great bourbon. And I don't know how many whiskey competitions blind tests I've watched that one comes out on top over bottles that are $100, $200. So it's worth a try. So there's a good selection of good bourbons out there for under $30 that you can really enjoy. You don't have to spend a fortune to have a good whiskey.
Well, yeah, and I think the trouble with Wild Turkey, just take a little different take on it. Yeah, that was back when we were drinking Everclear and Goldschlager and
MD 2020
and a little because
Boone's Farm.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad
whatever
choices.
I could get my hands on,
But no, yes, that is that. Yes, Wild Turkey 101 is, if you have not touched that since everything else we just mentioned, go back and try it again.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
So to wrap up, I think we got to first. There's no winner or loser here between JTS and Old Tub.
You're not calling one either?
I can't. I really can't. I enjoy them both. I think the JTS has a little more pop in its flavor, but it also has a little more ethanol in the flavor, which kind of draws it down a little bit from the Old Tub as far as taking the lead one way or the other. And the Old Tub, you know me, I'm a Beam guy. And I like the profile of the Old Tub. So, no, I can't call. I'm happy with either one of these. They're both good. And then to summarize, so those two, Wild Turkey 101, the Old Granddad bottled in bond, and the Old Forester 100 proof, not bottled in bond, just 100 proof. Those are 5 great bourbons for $25 or less. So go out and explore. Give it a shot. I mean, JTS Brown, I would have never bought had I not seen a review on YouTube talking about what a great steal it is for the price that it's at. So experiment a little. It's $20. Maybe it's great, maybe it's not. But try these, try something else, and let us know what you think.
I'll even slip in one more. I'll give you the another screw top, nonetheless. Fighting Cock.
Yeah, that's not terrible. It's not.
They're
terrible.
out there. They're out there.
Yep, and your friends can make fun of you for owning a bottle called that.
They will shut their mouth when you make an old fashioned.
Yeah. When you dump some of it in their mouth, they'll shut right up. All right, we're flying a little loose today.
All right.
On that note,
Yeah, we're gonna go try some fighting cock then.
so thanks for joining us, guys. And unless YouTube bans us, we'll see you again next Thursday. Have a great week.
Seriously though, thank you,
Yeah.
and please like and subscribe, or tell us what you want to see here.
Like and subscribe if you like this. And if you don't like and subscribe it, we're going to get even more out of hand next week.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thanks.